The Tigers won today 5-3 against the Chicago White Sox. This win gave us the series win, so that is another series win. We split the last one, but we won the two previous to that. So we're winning a ton lately. This is great, and we're playing a lot of playoff teams. So, like I said before, I really wish we were in a wild card spot because this team fights, they never give up, and it's really fun to watch. And we would be really up there for a wild card spot if we just didn't start the season so bad. But we can get into the lineup here. Baddoo 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Great game. He had the first 2 RBIs of the game for us. The first one in the third, and the second one in the fourth, both singles. The first one scored Reyes, and then the second one scored Daz. So great games from all of our outfielders, but we'll get onto them in a minute. Scope 1 for 4 today with a walk as well. His hit was an infield single in the first, so it didn't go to anything, but at least he got a hit and a walk, so decent game. Grossman here at the DH, he was one of my player of the games or prediction players, and he had 2 for 5 with a double and a single and 2 strikeouts. The strikeout in the third ended one of the rallies, so that was pretty huge, but had a good game other than that. His double in the first, Scope got absolutely gunned down trying to score from, I believe it was first. Yeah, it was first because Grossman hit a double and he tried to reach it all the way from first to home, and he got gunned down by a mile. So that was pretty funny to see. But like I said, I really love the aggression AJ Hinch coaches, and I hope we continue to play that way because it made them make a good throw, and they did, and it didn't end up hurting us in the end because we got the win anyway. But good game from Grossman and Scope. Candelario here, 2 for 4 today with a single in the seventh and a single in the third, infield single in the third. So 2 pretty decent hits today. His first hit in the first was a pretty deep fly ball, but nothing came of it. We'll get in. There were some pretty bad deep fly balls from one of our pitchers, but we'll get into that in a minute. Eric Haas 0 for 4, rough day. I don't know why his bat has disappeared lately. Not going to knock him, though. I hope we don't send him down to AAA next year because his batting average is already down to 220, so I can't get his on base, but I know it's not over 300 right now. So I'm hoping he can improve that before the season ends so he doesn't have to start next year in AAA because he's our catcher for next year. That's guaranteed. Nico Goodrum here, really good game, 2 for 4. Gave us the lead with a single in his second hit, in the seventh. He had an infield single in the fifth and a single in the seventh, so 2 singles from him. Was hitting the ball on the ground a lot today because his first 2 plate appearances were ground outs. So I know Keuchel pitches a lot of sinkers and cutters, so he was just jamming them into the dirt all day. But Daz Cameron, my other player of the game, great game, 3 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs, 3 singles. His first 3 plate appearances, and his walk in the seventh was huge because it gave us 2 runners on, and then Pradas walked, and then we got a 2 RBI single from there. So if him and Pradas didn't walk, I don't know if we would have scored 2 runs that inning. And I actually got the win today, but on to Paradas here, 0 for 3 with a walk in the seventh, like I said. 3 flyouts, so he hit the ball pretty well today. Not going to knock him. I hope he gets in their start tomorrow just because he hit the ball well. It just didn't translate into hits. Victor Reyes, I think him and Daz both get player of the game. 4 for 4 for him with a 2 RBI single in his last at-bat in the seventh, and then Paradas got thrown out going to third. So I don't know why Paradas did the sole thing you're not supposed to do, and that's get the final out at third base. He definitely should have stayed at second, and we maybe could have kept it going with Baddoo, because Baddoo was getting the clutch hits all day with runners in scoring position, so I highly doubt he wouldn't have done it again. And then we could have scored another run after that, but Paradas tried to stretch it from first to third, and he got gunned down again. We got gunned down twice at the plate today and at third. This was just bad base running, but we had a couple good ones with, or like Victor Reyes' steal in the seventh, but he got gunned down, or in the fifth, but he got gunned down at the plate anyway, so it didn't matter. But Victor Reyes 4 for 4, one of the better games. I said he should have been playing consistently a couple videos ago. I'm glad he's proven to everyone that he should be because he had a really rough start to this season. I was thinking he was going to fall out of our organization, but he got one last chance, it seemed, and he really took advantage of it. He's been amazing since he came back up, but yeah, him and Daz, great games today. We can get into the pitching here. Tyler Alexander, 5 great innings. Just one bad inning, really. 8 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So I think I predicted 6 innings, 2 earned, and 6 strikeouts. So I was a little bit off, but I did get the earned runs right. He knows how to control a game. He doesn't let it get out of hand. Doesn't give up a ton of runs ever. He makes the games winnable, like they said on TV. I love having Tyler start games. I'm hoping we use him as a stretch guy next year for half the year and start him for the other half. So, because I don't think he can start a full season and pitch like 180 innings. I just don't see that happening for him. But maybe he can prove me wrong. I'd like to see him pitch like 120 innings every year. But Ian Kroll had a pretty rough 6th inning. He pitched 20 pitches, only 10 of them for strikes, so he was having a little bit of trouble with his control. Half and half balls, half strikes. He walked the guy and gave up a hit, and then we had to have Brian Garcia come in to face Tim Anderson, and somehow, I have no idea, Brian Garcia got out of the jam, and he had Tim Anderson ground out to our shortstop to throw over to first. So Brian Garcia somehow pitched well today. He had a almost guaranteed homer, it looked like. The announcers on our broadcast were making it seem like Abreu crushed it, and Baду just kind of had to reach a little bit over the fence to grab it, but it wasn't crushed. It was at the warning track probably, and the wind carried it a little bit. But Brian Garcia was definitely getting hit pretty hard today, and a second fly ball was hit in his 4th out, I believe. That was hit pretty hard, and then he walked the guy. But hey, I'll take a scoreless inning in the 3rd from Brian. You don't really see that very much. Foley's inning ended a lot, or it ended disappointingly. I did not think he should have been taken out there. Fulmer did do really well in his 9th inning to get the save, but Foley looked really good in the 8th. His first strikeout looked nice. He kind of lost his control at the end of it, but there looked like there was a missed strike call, in my opinion, on one of the plate appearances, so he should have got out of the inning anyway. And I think he would have done just as much as Fulmer coming into the guy that Fulmer eventually gave up the hit to, because like I've said in a lot of videos, Fulmer, when you ask him to come in and get that final out a lot, he doesn't do it, especially when there's runners on base. I like pitching Fulmer with a clean inning, and again today he gave up the base hit to give up the 3rd run of the game and give Foley an earned run. So that was his earned run, but he didn't really give up the hit. Fulmer had the good 9th, though, really pretty much, I want to say flawless, but there's 2 runners on base in the 9th, and he struck him out after going down 3-0, so way to fight back there and not lose that count completely. This is a great win today, another series win, like I said. We can go for the sweep tomorrow. I think it's another day game, if I'm not wrong. Yep, and then we have an off day the next day, but another day game tomorrow. I don't know who's on the mound for both of us, but we'll see. I think Mize is for us. I don't know who's on them or who's on the mound for them, but we'll find out tomorrow in the pregame.